This is what you need to know now. The major twist expected today in the case against Luigi Mangione. The investigation that found police officers using license plate cameras to stalk women, and the man with a trash can on his head who just came second in a British election. I'm James Longman from ABC News. It's Friday, August 14th, and this is what you need to know. Let's get right to the big story. Luigi Mangione is expected to plead guilty to federal charges today, just weeks before his state murder trial was set to begin. Sources say the announcement may come at a hearing in New York this morning, and it could potentially allow him to avoid the state trial altogether.
If he was ever going to have an argument about double jeopardy, this is the way to do it. Plead guilty in the federal case, make an argument in New York State where it's very protective against double jeopardy, that he shouldn't be tried again.
Mangione faces 2 federal stalking counts in the death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, gunned down in New York in 2024. It's still unclear what Mangione would plead to or what he'd get in return, and experts say a narrower state case is still likely to happen. The company behind more than 120,000 license plate tracking cameras nationwide is promising major changes after a Washington Post investigation found police officers using them to stalk women. The cameras automatically photograph every passing car into a database police can search with no warrant needed. The Post reports at least 50 officers have been accused of misusing plate readers, including a Georgia police chief who allegedly searched the plates of his ex-girlfriend and her daughter roughly 600 times. Flock now says it will delete its data after 7 days instead of 30, require a case number for every search, and lock out officers whose activity looks abnormal. But privacy advocates say it doesn't go far enough. The Pentagon is denying reports of a mental health crisis on the USS Abraham Lincoln. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has called them, quote, completely misrepresented. The carrier has spent more than 250 days at sea supporting the war with Iran, and families tell the Military Times at least 2 sailors have tried to jump overboard. Democrats are demanding an investigation after families reported moldy showers, broken toilets, and food shortages. The USS George Washington is set to replace the Lincoln as part of a long-planned rotation. Hegseth says the US can maintain its naval blockade on Iranian ports indefinitely by rotating ships. The US military has reportedly lost 25% of its Reaper drones in the war with Iran. Sources tell the Washington Post at least 45 of those drones were either shot down or crashed. The Reaper drones cost up to $50 million each, and they've been used heavily around the Strait of Hormuz. This follows reports that the US has burned through a significant number of missiles and interceptors, leaving stockpiles dangerously low. A Pentagon spokesman did not dispute the numbers, but says drones are doing what they're designed to do, taking risks so pilots don't have to. Ukraine has attacked an oil refinery deep inside Russia with a drone, setting it on fire. It's one of Russia's largest refineries, the 4th one targeted in the past 3 days, all part of the ongoing campaign to choke Russia's oil industry and its war machine. 4 people were reportedly injured. 2 incidents of vandalism have been reported at the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. Authorities say someone put bubble soap in the fountain and another area was spray painted. The Department of the Interior calls it an utter disgrace. The woman suspected of killing a man in Florida and using multiple disguises to go on the run has been captured after nearly 2 months. Authorities in the Florida Panhandle tracked down 38-year-old Isabel Johnson. 5 others were arrested in the case, including on drugs charges. Now to some quick hits. Other stories we're following today. President Trump's closest UK ally, Nigel Farage, has won back his old seat in the British Parliament in an election he triggered himself. He resigned, facing pressure over a £5 million gift he never declared. But Britain's major parties boycotted the race, calling it a stunt. And so his main challenger was a satirical candidate named Count Binface, a self-styled intergalactic space warrior with a trash can on his head. Binface is a character played by comedian Jonathan David Harvey, meant as a critique of the absurdity of mainstream politics. He campaigned on nationalising Adele, building, quote, at least one affordable home, and making arcade claw machines fairer so players actually have a chance of winning. Binface overperformed. Polls had him at 20%. He pulled in nearly 27, more than 9,000 votes against Farage's 22,000. A $9 million yacht sank just days after being delivered to its new owner. It happened in Italy, off the coast of Sardinia. Engine failure sparked a fire and the ship started taking on water. There were 14 14 guests and crew on the 98-foot yacht at the time. Most of those on board were rescued by a nearby ship, and there were no injuries reported. And now, one more thing before you go. This weekend, Disney is taking over Anaheim Convention Center for D23, the ultimate Disney fan event. Thousands of fans are gathering for exclusive looks at upcoming projects across the Disney empire. All eyes are on tonight's entertainment showcase, where Disney is expected to reveal new details about Marvel, Star Wars, and more, with possible casting news for the upcoming X-Men film. Select D23 panels will be streamed live on Disney+. And that is what you need to know for breaking news and live updates throughout the day. Check out ABC News streaming on Disney+.
New episodes streaming every day only on Disney+.